I'm taking a few moments just to write everybody's name down for attendance. And I may have to pause every now and again to allow people to come in unless I can fix it. Not really sure. I'm still kind of green behind the ears when it comes to this whole Zoom thing. I know just the basics, but some of the stuff I still have challenges with. So bear with me. I'm going to ask that everybody keep their speaker on mute until we get to the question and answer section. At the bottom of your screen, you should have access to chat. So if you do have questions that you want to write in there, you can do that. So feel free to do that. So let's get started. So this is our agenda. We have about 10 slides. I know that it's a busy time of night for everybody. I tried to schedule it at a time that would be after, dinner and bath, hopefully. And so I really thank you for joining me. And there may be more that come on as we're going through this. So we'll do a brief welcome. I will discuss the purpose of the meeting, our introduction of our programs. I'll highlight our services that we provide. I'll introduce our leadership. I'll explain the enrollment process briefly. Most of you guys know how this works. I'll explain the eligibility for financial assistance. Definitely I'll encourage questions and thank the audience, and I will share our contact information. So any questions about the agenda? Okay, I'm just writing down one more person that's joining us. So most of you know who I am. I'm Carrie Rich. I'm the Executive Director of Rise and Shine Child Care Centers and Family Services Agency. There's a typo. I see that. We'll have to fix that. So anyways, Josiah, who's the director of our Humboldt Center, is my husband. We've been in the community serving in this capacity for 33 years. As of 3 days ago, we celebrated our 33rd business anniversary. We're very honored that our community has supported us for this many years. And it's because of you guys that have allowed us to continue on and to support in this capacity. And we hope to continue doing this even longer. So that's a little bit about me. We have 6 children. We have 11 grandchildren. We've helped raise hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children in Sonoma County. And many of those families we're still in contact with today. In fact, our very first employee was a former daycare child who we met mom when she was still pregnant with her. So we have a long history and we're very proud of it. And we're proud that you guys are on this journey with us. So welcome to Peace. The mission of this parent group is, the mission of Rise and Shine Parent Engagement and Community Exchange, which is the acronym for PEACE, is to provide feedback and advice to Rise and Shine Child Care Centers and Family Services Agency on parent engagement efforts and community support. PEACE is a proactive and innovative in identifying and sharing ways to enhance the agency's parent engagement efforts, parent advocacy, training, and community interactions. We want to support the establishment of strong, healthy families and community partnerships. So that gets me to the purpose of this meeting. And I want to explain the parent education and involvement component of our state contract. So For those of you that do not know, February of 2023, we were accepted as a Title V program, which is, as far as licensing is concerned, licensing goes by what's called Title 22. That's just the basic health and safety standards for any licensed program anywhere in California. We're Title V, which is high quality, and there are standards that we must maintain in order to keep that Title V standing. One of the requirements is to have a parent involvement component to our program, and that's what brings you here today. I have enlisted 3 of our parents to be our parent leadership, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the description of the parent involvement and education component includes the sharing of program goals and structure with families. Our program must ensure that effective two-way, comprehensive communication between staff and parents is carried out on a regular basis throughout the program year. We must provide documentation of a parent advisory committee that advises Rise and Shine on issues related to services to families and children, documentation of parent orientation, and materials given to parents. Evidence of parent education and involvement is also required, and documentation such as training, meeting minutes, newsletters, electronic correspondence, virtual training, and/or survey. Many of these items we do through the ProCare app. We have, communication on a daily basis. We do our newsletter on a monthly basis. We did introduce our first survey, I think that was about a month ago, in our parent group on Facebook. And a result of that survey let me know that 33% of you are interested in social activities. 33% of you are interested in volunteer opportunities. 26% are interested in parent education, specifically challenging behavior. And then there was a percentage of you that were interested in being part of the planning committee. So we have our Facebook group, which I highly recommend everyone joining, whether you want to have a leadership role or not. It's good to have just that extra information, opportunities that maybe you feel you could contribute in a volunteer capacity, which would be very welcomed. We also have an app called Team Reach, and it's specific. We have one specifically for our parent engagement group. So we have a lot of that information on our website. I'm going to just shoot over to our website. Can you see the website? Okay, I'm going to. So we have our parent engagement page, and then you can scroll down and you can scan the QR code to join the Facebook group, or you can download the Team Reach app, and then you can just request to be added, and then information would be sent so that you can join. And this will allow you to be in contact. This is outside of ProCare, because eventually my team leaders will be managing the parent engagement activities and the group chat as it relates to that. So let me see if I can get out of this screen and go back. Okay.
What is the name of the Facebook group? I might be in it, I'm not sure. What is it called?
It's called Peace. Let me see. Parent engagement and community exchange.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm in. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And so it looks like this. And there's a few questions that you have to answer before being admitted into it. It's just mainly agreeing to be respectful and things of that nature, just very common sense. So the introduction of our program and services, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we are basically your infant only program in all of Sonoma County. There are other programs that offer infant care, but we are the only infant only program. We serve families with infants 2 to 24 months. Basically, the last day of attendance is the day before your child would turn 2. Of course, there are other situations in which your child may leave sooner than that. I know with preschools losing some of their 4-year-olds to the public school system, opening up their TK4 program, they're kind of having to make up the financial deficit by opening up a toddler program, which sometimes opens up spaces that you may be on a wait list for 18 months. So we encountered that a lot last year. We had quite a few kids leaving at 18 months because their preschool opened up their toddler program. So other than that, for the most part, everybody stays until they're 2, with many requests to stay later than 2, but unfortunately our license does not allow for that. We are committed to providing a safe and nurturing environment for your baby. Our experienced team is dedicated to helping your baby reach their unique developmental milestones through a wide range of experiences and a play-oriented approach. And you guys often get evidence of that through ProCare with pictures, sometimes videos, and then the daily interaction of communication. We currently have 2 conveniently located centers, one in Montgomery Village and the other in the Junior College District on Humboldt Street. And as far as services community services that we provide, we now offer financial services to eligible families to help offset the rising costs of childcare. We highly encourage all of our families, even if you think you earn too much, to apply to see if you can benefit from some of that relief. They have raised the threshold of income. You can go to the website under services, the very top link, which is financial. And you can come down here, you can input this information privately. No one will know. You'll scroll down to 2324. You'll select Sonoma County, your family size, and your income. And that would be your gross income. There may be, if you go here, there may be some deductions that you can count. And then get your family rate. It'll let you know right then and there if you would qualify or not. So I highly recommend everybody trying. It's at least worth a try. You're not going to lose anything, and it's not tracking you. There's no way of knowing who's filling out this information, so it is private. So our general services include the financial assistance to qualified families. We are a certified training provider to train first aid, CPR, and AED, and you would receive certification for that. We are now a certified training provider for active shooter training. And I do believe we're the only one in Sonoma County that's currently doing that. We also now, effective October 1st, we are now providing the diaper service, which is free to all families, free diapers, free wipes, and ointment should there be diaper rash. So this is something that's very exciting. We're still in the process of getting approved for food service, which is coming. We've been doing this now for 6 months. There's no easy way through the bureaucratic red tape, but we're doing our due diligence and we keep sending follow-up messages to find out what's going on. So hopefully we'll be hearing about that soon. They told us 3 to 4 months and we're going into month 7. So it's a little frustrating, but there's not a whole lot I can do. So you'll be kept up to date as that happens. Our parent volunteers. I'm really excited to share Sarah. She was with us when we very first became Rise and Shine. At that time, we were Santa Rosa Rise and Shine. We were a small center with just 4 babies. We interviewed with her when Ada was, oh my gosh, she was just weeks old, I think. And now we have her second child with us at our Humboldt Center. And so we're just very honored to have Sarah agreeing to be one of our parent leaders. And Christina, you're also a returning family. We had Vahan at our Montgomery Village Center, and now her baby daughter is at Humboldt with Lev. So we're very excited to have you. We love your family too, and we're just so excited that you've been able to keep both your children with us. And then we have Melissa. We have affectionately known as Ro. We call her Baby Ro at Montgomery Village. She's just the sweetest little baby, the most photogenic ever. She's in a lot of our posts on Facebook. We're very excited and honored to have Melissa join us and agree to be one of our parent leaders as well. One of the things that I hope that the 3 of you can get from this is just what the overall idea of what this group means. And then we will have further discussion on how the 3 of you can come together and organize these meetings. Obviously, I'm always available and will be here. But the whole idea is for us to kind of take a step back and allow the families who know what the needs are of families can report back to us in a unbiased way to say, hey, this is what families need. This is what we're hearing is going on. How can Rise and Shine help meet those needs? I know that we've had multiple requests to extend our program to even have preschool. We've had many of our former clients who have school-age kids wanting after-school care. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as just making the request. There's a lot that goes involved in opening up a center. Kind of going back to when Sarah first joined us with Ada, we were in a temporary situation, and temporary was supposed to only be 6 months. That 6 months ended up being 2.5 years because we were in and out of 5 different leases. For one reason or another, those leases fell through, and it was primarily due to licensing or the potential landlord not willing to give the required lease duration. We were awarded a facility grant in 2018, which was supposed to be implemented in November of 2018. But like I said, we've had these things that have happened, one thing after another, and it took us until 2020, February, to get a lease signed at our Montgomery Village Center. Only the day that our construction was to begin was when COVID happened, which again is another setback. So we were fortunate to be able to keep moving forward as an essential business, and we opened our Montgomery Village Center August of 2020. So it's been a long road, and opening up Humboldt didn't take that long, but it still had its unique challenges. But the timing was perfect. The previous preschool that was housed at our Humboldt Center was moving all of her families into a larger space that they had expanded their program to. And so they were giving up their lease, and it was perfect timing for us. And we were able to step in, have a relationship established with the family, or I'm sorry, with the church. And the rest is history. So we've been at Humboldt now on October 4th is 1 year. So it's very, very exciting. So now we move on to our enrollment process. There's a little bit of changes going on from when most of you first got enrolled. I think, let's see, Alyssa, I think you're the only one on tonight that, oh no, and Melanie, the two of you have been doing the new system, correct? You guys went through Hub to do all your enrollment?
Correct.
Can you guys share a little bit of excitement and frustration that you've experienced? Let's start with the frustration part. Melanie, I'll start with you. What was some of the frustrating things you faced going through Hub?
Well, I mean, it's been convenient because I type faster than I fill paperwork out and I don't have to print anything, but I'm having a frustration accessing the enrollment form with that link. It's like it opened one time, and now ever since I've been trying to reopen it, it's like a dead end. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm having trouble with that part, the enrollment form. But uploading all the physician paperwork and filling out like people that could pick up and drop off, as well as like personal information, it's been so much easier than having to do it on paper, in my opinion.
What about you, Alyssa?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I obviously don't know what it was like to have the other way to do it, but I would say one thing that's not even that big of a deal, but when you're filling out each form, it takes forever to like fill out each space. It doesn't seem like it catches up very quickly. Okay. So if it's even a problem, but otherwise it's been great. It's been easy.
So you would say lag time in filling spaces?
Exactly. Yeah. And then like having to put a space, I don't know, it just seemed kind of not clear on how to just move it along kind of quickly.
Okay. Well, that's good feedback, because I can take it back to the Hub team that has been responsible for the training that we've been doing for the last, I think, 3 months on that thing. There is quite a bit of a learning curve for us. We're trying to do little pieces at a time and learning those pieces. And now we're getting our staff introduced to the attendance part of it. I know there's a little bit of time consuming having to log into ProCare and then having to log into Hub. There's no easy way to streamline those two things, because they're for two separate purposes now until we can get everything worked out. But it is what it is. We're all learning this together. I appreciate the feedback. Was there anything positive that you experienced from it that you would like to share?
Sure. I've enjoyed you upload photos, I guess, because it's a digital format, you can upload photos. So I mean, I can like go back, log into Hub and click through everything I've filled out. So I feel like it's easier to like reference back what I've done in the past, and it's now kind of like a resource for me to look at what I filled out versus submitting something and not really, then it's kind of in the nether and you don't really know what you put down, because it was several weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, so I've enjoyed like clicking through what I filled out in the past, and the photos are fun. You could upload photos for each person.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm hoping with the new digital service that with our quarterly updates for the infant needs and services will be easier too. So our next update is in December, and I'm hoping to have it where I can just send it to everybody's email. You guys update it in the comfort of your home and send it back. I got clarification from licensing. All we need to prove is that we have progress shown. And if I have your original form and a separate form that shows that progress with the date on it, then I'm showing progress. So we will be covered by doing that. That's been a huge complaint, not just by me, but families too. It's kind of redundant, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're hoping that eventually, once we get used to the whole hub situation and I can get some of these bugs worked out, it'll really streamline the process. There'll still be some hard copies that we will have on site. Like we are allowed to have digital files. Licensing is not going to like that, but that's, from my position, that's too bad because we're well within our rights to be able to have a digital file. But some of the things that we will maintain on site will be our the immediate emergency contact and your immunizations for children, because we have to have what's called a blue card, and that has to be there. They don't let us print it on white paper or yellow paper or red paper. It has to be on blue paper. So until I can figure out how to have a blue card online, we're going to keep it printed out. So anyways, we're pretty excited to have that. Yeah, licensing does need to catch up to 21st century. I agree. And that's what we're trying to do. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go that fast. And then I kind of went over the financial eligibility and gave you the link on our website and how to access that. And again, I really encourage families to do that. So we'll move on to our question and answer. Any questions of the items that we've already gone through? We've had a couple of questions come through the chat. We've already addressed those. You guys have any other questions?
I'm wondering, either from you, Miss Carrie, or any of the other parents, have you been able to upload a photo of your child to Hub? I've been able to upload my photo and my husband's, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how to upload my son's.
Let me see if I can go into, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. Okay, let me see if I can. Let me see. I'm going to check and see if I can log into Hub real quick. Now, who is talking? I didn't see who was talking.
That was me, Addie, Archie's mom.
Okay. It looks like William got his name. You said it's child that you're unable to add a photo?
Yeah, I was able to add for me and for my husband, but I can't find the spot for Archie's. It's not in the same place as the parents.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I'm on your spot right now. Let's see, I see parent photo. William.
I'm noticing, I'm looking at it too, because I also did not upload a photo for my daughter, but if you hit edit underneath the student, I see now a spot to upload a photo. So now I'm trying it. Maybe there wasn't initially, but when you edit an already existing student, it gives you that option. I don't know, but.
See, I'm on Archie's spot right now and I don't see the edit. Oh, up at the top. No.
If there's like a caret next to the student's name, at least in mine, and it drops down all their info, and then there's an edit in that box. I can share my screen if you want.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, it says host disabled participant screen sharing. So it sounds like you have to enable that somehow.
Let me see what I've got going on here. Screen share. Okay, I fixed it.
Okay. So let me share Rise and Shine. Okay, so this is what my hub portal looks like. I'm not sure if everyone sees this, but I'm under the children and then my daughter Autumn. If I hit this caret that's next to her name, I see there's an edit. This edit, there's multiple edits on this page, but this edit student brings me to this, and now is saying there's a spot to upload a photo so I can find,
Yeah, I don't know if it's different because I did not go through Hub for enrollment, but my portal looks totally different from this one.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering, yeah.
So I'm gonna write that down as another question. Photo. No.
Wait, while I'm showing, can I ask you a question, Carrie? Because this is where I'm getting stuck. Is on this enrollment form, you've told me to go to, so Autumn's under 12 months. So I go to this link, right?
Yeah. No. This one right
Oh.
here. The one right above it.
For over 12 months? This is, oh, wait. Oh, over 12 months for infants that have had their first birthday.
Yeah. So I'm
And
sorry.
it's-
Yeah.
it's-
For
it's
infants that have not had their first birthday, it would be this one. Yes, that one.
So then do you see this new tab I've opened?
Yeah.
Because when I go to that link, I'm getting the oops, nothing here.
Okay.
And I actually reached out to Sign Now about this because I one time opened it and there was a form. And they were saying, oh, the form is a one-time open thing. And it has to do with the folder you generated the link from.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish, I don't know if I could, it's not sales, never mind. But I wonder if they have a history of my conversation with them. Probably not.
Well, it makes sense because I'm still learning that system too.
Yeah.
And so my head has been spinning with all this new learning. And I've had to make other links to share because there's been other issues.
Yeah.
But that helps me. That helps my mind process what's going on and what I need to do on my end.
I believe they said there's like, if you generate it from the template folder, it can be opened multiple times, but
Yes.
if you generate it from another folder, it's a one-time open it and then it kills the link after that. Yeah. I guess.
So I'll have
Maybe
to,
for privacy purposes, some documents they only want you to see once, but yeah.
So I will get back to you, Addie, on that question about, and for everybody else too. Has anybody else had any issues that they can think of when going into their parent portal on Hub? It'll just, if you're able to share with me, it'll be easier for me to share with them and we can get that nipped in the bud.
This isn't an issue, but I did have another question. Do you want us to upload our emergency contacts into Hub as well now too?
So you're on the old system, so you don't need to worry about that. I mean, you can do it if it's convenient for you. But all of those that were enrolled under the old system, you really don't need to update everything. It's just with our new families, that's what we're trying to move to. And I got to figure out how to make it as easy as possible. I know there's a little back and forth with sending a PDF form to send to the physician and then sending it back. I have everything on my computer that's linked to our Humboldt computer as well. So that if licensing shows up and they need to see it, we can click on the folder and pull up the family. But there has to be an easier way. But anyways, that's kind of what we're doing right now. So were there any other questions or feedback or even suggestions that you have? I would be very interested in all of it. No? Okay.
Another bit of feedback. This isn't a question or even really a difficulty, but at first when I was signing Archie out of daycare for the day, the scan, the QR code, the page that it takes you to, still says sign in, whereas, you know, ProCare, when you go in, it says sign in, sign out for the appropriate time of day. So for the first couple days, I was a little confused, thought I was doing it wrong. Turns out it's just the same page, and he seems to be getting signed in and signed out, but I did think that was odd if you're giving them feedback.
Okay.
I miss having a GPS sensitive login that we used to have at the Farmers Lane location, where it sensed when I was nearby, and then I could, for ProCare, I don't know if Hub could do something similar, but it was nice not to have to scan a QR code or
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a few families that were abusing it, and they were signing their child out, but staying in the parking lot talking on the phone. And so that meant staff was staying longer, and it was disrespectful. And so we had to disable that, and that was the reason why we did that. So it's not available at either site. And we disabled that probably about, I want to say about 6 or 7 months ago. So that's the explanation for that. Unfortunately, sometimes one person can ruin it for everybody. I know it was a convenient, especially in the morning at drop off when you're in a hurry. I understand that. But if we can't get everybody on the same page, then it just has to be that way. So I apologize for that. Do you guys still see my screen, or did I disable that?
We don't see your screen right now.
I hope you like the cute little slides. I thought it was pretty cute and fun for everybody being tired. It's kind of fun to look at. I know the kids on the screen are old, mostly older than the ones we care for, but I still thought it was fun. So other than the GPS, was there any other suggestions or feedback that you would like to provide?
Yeah, I've got something. Oh, sorry to talk over someone. I love the idea of having like a parent community. Like, I mean, I think all of us are really busy with our kids, and it'd be helpful to like talk to other moms and see, learn from them. Would this group be open to having like an in-person meeting? I know we're busy, so remote is convenient, but having this meeting together in the future, in the same space. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think a lot of families have expressed the desire to create like a community where we can do play dates and things like that. And it's with their friends that they're with every day already. So it's kind of a natural flow. In the past, before we became a center, we used to plan camping trips, and we did a camping trip every year. And all the families would come together, and we would plan the menu, and we would plan the activities, and families would sign up for, menus or games or whatever. And then we would all go away on a camping trip for like a long weekend. And I think it was usually Labor Day weekend that we did this. Many of those families that participated in those activities are still friends to this day, and their kids are like in their 20s. So these are really good opportunities and fun opportunities to establish those long-term friendships. It's happened a lot of times, and it just warms our hearts to see that, people that were associated with us are part of that, and their children are still friends to this day. Many of our kids, because they grew up in daycare, are still friends with the kids that were in daycare with them. So it is exciting. Even when they go to different schools, they're still friends. Two of our daughters, who are in their 30s, got together with one of their childhood friends that they knew since they were 4 years old. And you know, it's just these friendships that are established so young. And then when the parents are able to come together and be friends too, it just almost assures that they'll be lifetime friends as well. So I would really encourage and support that. And yeah, the camping trips were a lot of fun. Unfortunately for us, we lost everything in the fires, and it's been kind of hard to replace. So we haven't really gone there in our hearts. We, after the fires, we camped for almost 2 years. So it doesn't have the same fun appeal to us right now. We still have some, you know, some sadness over that. So, but definitely there's other ways of celebrating, but camping is definitely a fun activity, especially if you go somewhere fun like Jellystone. I don't know if they used to have one in Cobb Mountain. I think that one burned down in like 2015, but they have one out in Lodi, I think. That was pretty nice. Any other suggestions? You guys have been wonderful. I have a couple staff members on. Do you guys have anything that you'd like to say? Thank you for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. You guys have anything to share? One thing that I want to share that's pretty exciting for our Montgomery Village. We applied for a grant in January of 22. We were approved for that grant in June of 22. However, the funding took another 13 months to get here. We got our funding in June of 23, so 18 months later. And we are in the process of expanding our yard to incorporate a garden curriculum. And there's a lot of fun new things that have happened over there, and we're really excited. I hope you guys have been following the updates on social media. We do have a grant in process for Humboldt, but that grant is for the indoor space so that we can divide that big room into 2 separate spaces. Our goal for Humboldt is to have a space for our infants that are under 12 months, a space for our infants that are 12 to 18 months, and then another space that's unique for 18 to 24 months. So that's what that grant will be for. And we're really excited about that as well. I don't know if we'll get approved for it. There was some back and forth and some clarification. They were working with our application a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't heard anything since. We didn't get a no. So in my mind, we still have the potential of receiving a yes, you're approved. When that happens, it will be very exciting for Humboldt. And then we will work on getting a garden grant for Humboldt as well. So that's some exciting updates. Oh, and we have a beautiful mural that's being painted on our fence at Montgomery Village. It's super cute. So you guys have to check out those pictures on social media. I thank you for all your time and your willingness to learn about our brand new program, Peace. I really encourage everyone to consider your involvement in ways that you would like to share your talents and gifts, as well as being receptive to requests to get together, whether it's play dates or planning a camping trip, or maybe an all-family picnic. You know, summer picnics are always fun, doing kickoff summer barbecue. We've had those in the past. We've had holiday gatherings. Yeah, in 33 years, we've had a lot of different opportunities to celebrate family. So we want to continue that tradition. And now it's required that we have proof of it. So I will be getting together with Sarah, Christina, and Melissa later on down the road so that we can discuss how we can move forward and keeping the momentum of this group going. And in the meantime, if any of you have any ideas, You can reach out through the app. You can send me a message through email, through ProCare, or in any way that works best for you. I'm pretty responsive, at least during business hours I am, maybe not so much in the evening on weekends, but if it's an emergency, I would definitely try to get back to you. I don't always have my phone with me, but when I do, or when I check messages, I respond pretty quickly. So with that, I will move to the last screen. We've got our contact information so that you can contact me. Contact me through our website at santarosariseandshine.com, our email, contact us at santarosariseandshine.com. We have Facebook, Instagram, Yelp. We even have a YouTube channel. We've got a brand new video that we just posted of our Montgomery Village Center and everything that's in progress over there. So check that out. We're ending a little bit early. Yay. I really appreciate all your time. Oh, you got something?
I just want to say something because I'm so inspired. And I'll post it on the Team Reach, I guess, and then maybe on the Facebook page. But if anyone's down for a pumpkin patch play date this Sunday, I'll like plan and organize that. I'll just like, there's a pumpkin patch in Santa Rosa. I think it's called Mulerath. It's off Todd Road, and there's, it's free admission, and it's kind of small. It's not like a really big one. We could just bring the kids for like an hour or so in the morning before nap time. I think that would be a fun thing to do.
That's awesome, Sarah. Thank you.
Cool.
All righty, you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys, most of you, tomorrow. And again, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any ways that you would like to contribute or be a part of the cohesiveness of our families and how our families interact with the community, please let me know. One of the things that we do each year, it wasn't a part of this meeting tonight, it will be in our newsletter for November, is we do a blanket drive every year. And Cottingtown has graciously hosted us the last 9 years, and they will be doing so again this year. This is a charity that our son Ian, who most of you know, started when he was just 9 years old, and he has been honored by our community multiple times. He was actually a champion for children in the peer leadership when he was age 10. He was KZST's hometown hero. He was recognized by, I think, American Red Cross for his philanthropy when he was about 12. He was named one of 30 under 30. So he's been recognized by our community for his work with Operation Blanket. You can look up operationblanket.com and see his website and all the wonderful work that he's done. And we do, as an agency, support him. And this will be our first year that most of our staff will be a part of it as well. So we'll probably have a barrel at both sites, and we'll give you guys more information about that. So we'll probably collect blankets for about a month, and then we'll take them to our main drive in December. And then there's usually an agency that will contribute, a big, huge donation. And then we'll let them decide which agency they would like to support. And then usually, not always, but usually one agency will receive all the blankets. If it's a huge collection, then we may divide it up and divide it amongst a couple of our agencies in Sonoma County. So those are some things to think about. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Oh, can't unmute your mic. Oh, Meg wanted to say thank you to all the parents. We wouldn't be here without them. So that's Meg, staff at Humboldt. She wanted to thank everybody. I guess she couldn't unmute her mic. Thanks, Meg. We wouldn't be here without you either. We need you guys. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good
Thank
night.
you.